Few leaders reshaped a continent like Otto von Bismarck. Known as the Iron Chancellor, he wasn't a revolutionary, a populist, or a demagogue. He was a strategist. In the 19th century, Bismarck unified dozens of fragmented German states through calculated wars, shrewd diplomacy, and ruthless political maneuvering. He played kings, parliaments, and rival powers like pieces on a chessboard. But Bismarck's genius wasn't only in foreign policy. At home, he saw the rising threat of socialism and the growing power of the working class. His response? Not repression alone, but innovation. He laid the groundwork for the world's first modern social welfare system: health insurance, accident insurance, old age pensions. Not out of altruism, but to undercut the Social Democratic Party's appeal and bind workers' loyalty to the state. Bismarck didn't dream of utopias. He built power structures. And his methods still echo in politics today.
Welcome to Echoes of Power, where the legends of the past confront the challenges of modern American politics. In every episode, we tackle 4 daring questions about power, unity, corruption, and legacy. Or to say it more provocative, is American politics guided by principles or just power and profit? When wealth equals influence and exile from the tax code, what remains of political integrity?
If you were leading the United States today, how would you balance strong leadership with democratic checks and balances?
Power without restraint is chaos in uniform. But endless checks without leadership is a debate club with nuclear weapons. I was called the Iron Chancellor for a reason. I understood that constitutions are not cages. They are scaffolds. You build around them, not break them. In your country, I see leaders either terrified of offending their own bureaucracy or eager to tear it apart just to prove they can. Both are amateur mistakes. Real power is exercised by understanding institutions so deeply that you can bend them without breaking them. I balanced a Prussian monarchy, a parliament, and a volatile public. I didn't do it by screaming slogans. I did it by playing the long game. Leadership must be firm, but its strength comes from embedding itself in the state, not floating above it like a brand.
The U.S. is deeply polarized. From your perspective, what is the best way to unite a divided nation?
A divided nation is not healed by speeches. It is managed through interests. I unified Germany not by asking everyone to love each other, but by ensuring their ambitions depended on a common structure. Catholics, Protestants, liberals, conservatives, I didn't wait for harmony, I engineered it. Polarization thrives when people gain more from tearing the house down than living in it. Your political tribes fight like rival landlords, not citizens of one republic. If I were in charge, I would align their incentives, economic, political, cultural, so that their survival depends on the union's success, not its failure. Unity is not a group hug. It is a balance of power where fighting the center becomes unprofitable.
Do kleptocrats make a nation great, or do they destroy it?
Kleptocrats are parasites, not architects. A state can tolerate a few thieves. Every house has mice. But when the mice start giving orders, the structure collapses. My Germany prospered not because everyone was virtuous, but because the system punished incompetence and rewarded discipline. Kleptocrats confuse the treasury with their inheritance. They believe personal enrichment equals national success. It does not. They weaken the bureaucracy, corrupt the military, and breed cynicism. Once people stop believing in the state, they stop defending it. I built a machine that could outlast me. Kleptocrats build vaults that collapse when they're gone. That's the difference between statesmen and looters.
Looking at today's social and technological changes, AI, climate challenges, shifting global power. What advice would you give to ensure a lasting legacy?
The future is never kind to those who merely follow it. I unified Germany by anticipating crises and turning them to my advantage. The trick is not to predict every storm, but to build institutions that can sail through any of them. AI, climate, shifting power, they are not threats, they are levers. Whoever organizes these forces first will dictate the rules. I see leaders today waiting for opinion polls before making strategic moves. That is not leadership, that is consultancy. Legacy belongs to those who prepare quietly, act decisively, and leave behind a system, not slogans. Empires fall because their leaders start performing for applause instead of calculating the next century. I preferred the chessboard to the stage. You should too.